Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Both teams tonight more than capable of putting up points. Shaq, what do you think will be the deciding advantage?
Well, you have to try to dictate the tempo, play at your pace. This will be a game of streaks, so you have to prepare yourself mentally for that.
Well, you can't just score. You have to be efficient. Big shots down the stretch could be the difference, Ernie, and that will set you free.
We are ready for game time. Let's go to Kevin Harlan for the opening tip.
The crowd is assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. Boy, do we have a treat for you folks. The big ticket is here. Kevin Garnett in the house. KG, welcome.
Man, a lot of people don't know that you actually gave me the name, the Big Ticket. Dude, K-Hard, man, I hope you got a package of all this somewhere. I hope you own all the names that you've given over the years.
You are the big ticket still. Great to have Kevin Garnett. Last game for the Timberwolves, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with the win and just 2 points at that. But it wasn't easy.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had zero effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, good evening, guys. Now, the Timberwolves are building something here. Now, forward Taj Gibson said, "We've got a great group that understands the importance of work." And Tom Thibodeau added, "You're seeing a lot of guys sacrifice for the team. In order to win, that's what you have to do." Kevin?
They're establishing a great culture, D.A. Thank you. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation? In a generation of great players.
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats and you talk about, numbers, then you put them up against, previous and your peers, then yeah. But, you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but, the camaraderie and the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this, you have to give that to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said, yeah, thank you, but listen, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more than the award. I was the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because one person just don't come into that and do that. That's a team thing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Vucevic is out there with Jonathan Isaac, and it's Jordan in at the 3. Now here's Teague, and it's sent back by Isaac. Augustine against Teague. Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely. Jordan inside. Gibson on him. Jordan can't get it to go. Here's Covington. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
First points of the night, and here we go.
Well, great start to this one, setting the tone right away with that bucket.
And Augustine kicks to Jordan. That 3 off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Now here's Teague. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Celtics in Boston.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
Right, they're making it easy for the opposition. You can't afford to cough the ball up like that.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
Kevin, you think about some of your toughest matchups. What about Shaquille O'Neal? What was it like defending Big Shaq?
You know what, man? Shaq, later on in our years, I had to guard him later, man. I told you, man. I guarded Shaq one time in the Cleveland series, and it was like holding up the side of a house. Seriously. Listen, I want y'all to go home and do this. I know I usually use food, right?
Yeah, right.
We're going to use materials in houses today, okay? I want you to go home, tell your wife, your girlfriend to ignore you. Cut out the side of your house. Go get your homeboy, have him help you. After he cuts the side of it, I want you to hold up the side of the house with your forearm for the whole 24 hours. Matter of fact, let's just do 2 hours.
Okay, all right, 2
hours. I don't want to break your arm.
Okay, yeah.
After 2 hours, you're going to push the house back, reseal it with some glue or whatever, right? Not my problem. That's how your arm feels, guarding Shaq.
Really?
I couldn't even wave at people
Take a break.
right-handed for a
Take a
whole
break.
day.
You had to wave left-handed.
I had to wave left-handed. And people know me. I'm all right-handed. I'm all, nothing left-handed. I throw my hand like this.
That is a big drink of water,
Listen,
isn't
man,
it?
listen. I have so much respect for all the centers that have guarded Shaq. Seriously, rest in peace to all the centers Shaq has
Exhausting,
destroyed.
huh?
What?
Exhausting.
Shaq is like a side of your house. For all y'all wondering what it's like, and all y'all want some of the diesel, what it's like to guard the diesel, go out and try to hold up your house. The diesel. Shout to the diesel.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. The pass to Towns from deep. Rebound by the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Now here's Jordan. Count that one from Isaac.
There's a versatility to young Mr. Jonathan Isaac, a big man with range for days. He is going to space the floor for you.
Teague finds Gibson. Back to Teague. Poked away. Isaac with the steal. Pass to Augustine from the arc. The rebound by Gibson. Timberwolves trail by 4. And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader. Brought your team together. Talk about that.
He brought us the belief from Mbutu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy of winning.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Jordan. Shoots over Covington. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Here's Towns. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Covington passes to Gibson. That gives them the lead.
Well, Taj Gibson is a big-time power player. This guy remarkable at getting hit and able to finish nonetheless.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Well, Taj Gibson is a pro's pro. The rugged power forward is known for his consistency. You can count on this guy game in and game out.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see what coach draws up here.
Well, they need to stop this run, and a great timeout that hopefully gives his team some energy.
Kevin, you did the unusual. Your senior year in high school, you transferred not just to another city, but to another state where you were named the High School Player of the Year across the country. Tell us a bit about the importance of that personally and playing-wise to you.
Well, you know, going to a new place, I wanted to establish myself in a big city like Chicago, coming from a small place like South Carolina. It was a shock at first. And what I mean by shock, I just never estimated that many good players being in one central area. Chicago has tons of talent that's unheard of. And all I want to do is just have a presence there. And it was a bit of a task, but, you know, slowly but surely I gave myself short goals. You know, to be number one is always a goal of mine, but more importantly, to be established, for everybody to know that, you know, this is Kevin Garnett. Mm-hmm. This is who he is. This is what he's about. And, you know, I used to wear that on my shoulder. I've always took a lot of pride in myself and how I prepare. And I wanted everybody to know in the city of Chicago that I was there.
Terrence Ross has checked in for Evan Fournier. And so he makes both from the line.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The Magic trail by 4. Outside Jordan. Passes to Isaac. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Kicks it to Augustine. Six on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. The Magic again can't hit.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Jordan. And up the court come the Magic on the break. He kicks it to Augustine to end the run. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Augustine. Jordan's got 7.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
And Kevin, looking back at all the discussion and interviews over the years, you make a lot of analogies to food. Are you a foodie at heart?
Oh, my God. Kev, I am not a foodie.
Really?
Kev, I eat to live.
Well, you know about it.
You know, I eat to live, but I don't want to fool you. I eat to live. Listen, sometimes I forget to eat. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, as hard as you work, there's probably a lot on your mind. I can get that.
Listen, I like to... a big plate of food scares me. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on that analogy. You know, a bunch of food. No, I don't want to keep going on that one. Just know that I'm not a foodie. But when I explain things, I like to articulate things in which where people can understand it. So I use food right away.
Good way to connect the dots.
A little bit. You know, parallels in life and food are very similar, man.
Good. The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
We know this about Nikola Vucevic. He's a high percentage finisher. To me, the next steps, right? Improve your defense, be more consistent with range, and if he does that, he's golden.
The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. So he can't get either to fall. Minnesota with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Feeds it to Towns. Second chance shot. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back. At some point, he has to stop shooting. How is this helping his team? Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Teague dishes to Wiggins. Here's Towns. Saric trying to break free. Here's Wiggins. Vucevic with the block. They get it back. They shoot again.
Boy, his vertical makes Terrence Ross an A+ shot blocker for his size. This guy, his main duty's on the perimeter, but he'll get his share of blocks.
And here's Augustine. He's been quiet so far. There's still no points in the game.
Boy, nice feed. Leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. And Kevin, terrific footwork. So critical for an elite big man to be great. It's like you can't be that big and that good and not have good footwork, right?
You know what? Part of being that good is that you have, good footwork.
Yes.
A lot of the counters, a lot of the post work. You're opening up. You having to use the backboard. That's a certain way you got to open up to be able to get that shot off. If you're left-handed, you got to be able to do it both ways. It's very complex, but footwork is a big part of it. You have to have it. It's impeccable, and the ones that don't have it struggle.
Wiggins. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Orlando leading. Here's Vucevic. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Saric. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sweet little floater.
And another lead change. The fans are really getting their money's worth here tonight.
Well, this is what they pay to see, right? Competitive, close games are simply the best to be involved in.
No good from Jordan.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Outside Gordon. The three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. The Timberwolves shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
The pass to Ross. Good ball movement here by the Magic. With the fadeaway. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Saric finds Teague. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Jordan, the pass to Vucevic. Covington against Jordan. Shoots over Covington. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
Yeah, the defense not closing out in time. He's too quick and too good to miss many of those.
And Saric kicks to Wiggins. Towns, no luck.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it. Yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed, we had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are, and it pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time for the perfect threesome, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman, and then him transferring and going to L.A., doing that with Kobe and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down, we ain't going to help you up, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to share the ball in offense, we're going to move it, we're going to have multiple players, we're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. And to have that just like historically good.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Towns. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for T. Here's Sharch. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Bamba. Rebounded by Rose.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
The Cobra passes to Ross. Pass to Awundu. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Awundu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rose with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. Wiggins outside. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And here's Rose outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bamba.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
Now Rose. Pass to Wiggins. Lets it go from 14. Wow, way off on that one. Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We come back right after this. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Fournier out there with the Cobra. And it's a 1-2 in at the 3 slot. And the Timberwolves with possession here. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Now, here's Wiggins. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Boston. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And that sends Andrew Wiggins to the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Kevin, you talk a lot about passion, but also fundamentals. Who are some of the guys you faced that had great footwork that you admired and maybe even picked something up in terms of footwork after watching them play?
You know, footwork that jumps right out at me. Charles Barkley had really good footwork.
Interesting.
He was 6'4", undersized.
Yes.
He was able to use his body a lot. He was very physical. A lot of people don't know Charles Barkley had an unbelievable vertical. Tim Duncan had really good feet also. Rasheed Wallace had really good feet work. Shaq, believe it or not, I didn't really guard a lot of Shaq, but Shaq had a really good feet. You know, you can really go through the whole catalog of guys. I'm thinking Zach Randolph because he was always opening up. Chris Bosh had really good feet.
Great names. And it's good for 2. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He can't get it to go. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The Cobra passes to a 1-2 over Chang. And it's a 1-2 missing. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Jones looking for an opening. The shot by Saric, no good. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. They get the rebound. Here's Bamba. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Bamba's got his second basket.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Jones. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. A 15-footer. Not enough on that one as it misses. Magic leading by 3. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Gordon. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Saric. Passes it to Chang. Jones finds Wiggins. Fournier pulls it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Out left to the wing. Here's Bamba to the left side wing. Here's the Cobra. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Knocks down the 3-ball. The Cobra's got 5 points now in the quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Wiggins kicks to Jack. 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando.
One shot, find the lane.
Orlando leading by 3. Outside Fournier. Here's the Cobra. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
We've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at Toronto. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Orlando Magic, 5.5 games behind.
And right now for the Magic, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Jones. Okogie. It's hauled in by the Magic. And here's Fournier. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Here's the Cobra. Here's a one-two. Off target with his 3.
I'd say he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
That's tipped. To the middle.
Well, there's a little bit of leaping ability and much anticipation on the alley-oop. Jonathan Isaac, salute.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Jones with it. And Gibson now top the key. Back to Jones. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Wiggins. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Jones. Fades and shoots. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I like seeing Jonathan Isaac work in the mid-range. This guy is demonstrating the touch to score from there.
Jones hits to Wiggins. Shoots from the elbow. It's not going to go for him. And Orlando will come the other way. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. And it's a one-do missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside, Jones. Now, Jang. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 3. Okogie. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one drops. Minnesota making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dan. Robert Covington comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and it's Teagan for Tyus Jones. Jordan, he's checked in for the Magic. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. He hits both from the stripe. And Teague's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. And the basket for the fourth time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Kevin, how about the touch on that floater? That shot, as Teague has in his arsenal, is such an important piece to have.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 10. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by Covington.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
To the paint, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson, a terrific athlete, easily gets off the floor to finish with authority.
The Cobra passes to Jordan. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
This will be his fourth shot at the line in this one.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Bamba, and DJ Augustine subbed in for the Cobra. Timberwolves trail by 9. T kicks to Gibson. The feed to Towns. 13 feet away. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has a mid-range game. You'll see him in the low post from 3 and in between, like there.
Now here's Ross. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Vucevic. Lock at 6. The Magic again can't hit.
Tremendous defense. Boy, they're putting an emphasis on not giving him a clean look inside.
Covington finds Towns. Covington against Jordan. Great D that time from Jordan. Orlando leading by 7. The pass to Ross. Back to Jordan. Now here's Ross. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Magic lead by 9. Minnesota shooting for the game at 42%. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Kicks it to T. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And he makes the first.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And so he hits both.
And Kevin, this is why Teague is such a valuable player. You know, he's a solid shooter from anywhere, so he's able to space the defense. He can, with his handle, get inside the paint. There's a lot to like about Jeff Teague.
Hands it from downtown.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Minnesota calls timeout. It's been quite a game for the prodigy.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Photo shoot the second I go out. Catch me chillin' with Offset and Lulu out. You gotta give a resume so I can see what you're about. Yo, snatch up your camera, I need space like astronaut. Please don't make me pull up on you. Lot time saw you, like to get right to the point. And my sneakers match my sweater. I got hella songs like soy. Like my dad, I'm the man. Don't wanna see me mad. What you do is you lost. Go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eat. And I told her it's calorie. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man. I see him when I'm in the mirror. The mirror, let the day ain't even have to feel. Every day I just be sipping chamomile. That's a pill. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here. Every week I be on the...
And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Magic.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Augustine against T. And here is Jordan. He's got 14. And that one drops. Jordan's got 16.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Outside Teague. Covington trying to break free. Another miss by Minnesota. Magic leading by 12. Vucevic the pass to Jordan. Oh, Vucevic in position. The shot misses.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Timberwolves made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Sharge checked in for Taj Gibson. And a switcher also for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jonathan Isaac.
Shooting one.
.158 left to play in the first half. Augustine against T. And they double up Jordan. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
Minnesota with the ball. And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. 1:35 left in the second quarter. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Teague's got 6 here in this quarter. KG, I wanted to give you a special thanks for joining us, helping us with the call tonight. You always have a seat at this table to broadcast any of our games.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come through, man. It was an honor, man, seriously.
We'll do it again soon.
Let me know, man.
That's KG. That's the great Kevin Garnett.
My dog.
And always a special occasion to have KG with us, Doris, a guy who really brings it every time we speak with him.
Well, his enthusiasm is contagious. This guy is a leader on and off the court. There's a vibrancy, a joy that he brings that was key to his success as a player and how fun as a broadcaster.
Charge inside, defended by Gordon, and it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
The Timberwolves have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And he makes the first. And last summer, Minnesota's front office saying, Doris, they would like the Wolves to lean more on their bench.
It would be nice for Coach Tom Thibodeau to have the luxury of guys coming off the bench that he can trust. You've got to fortify the bench and then trust them to perform.
Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Okogie. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Magic leading by 5. Here's Jordan. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Saric, that's good. Saric has got 10. Orlando's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Covington against Jordan. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jordan's got 19 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now. And
so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Yeah, I just tried to come out and give my team a spark, have a little bit of energy, and it just turned out some easy buckets.
We'll see if you can get more of those easy ones in the second half, Aaron. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
The thing I liked was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Magic leading by 6. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague. Then it's Robert Covington. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And a miss there on the triple.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
Now here's Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes. Jordan's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Magic. T kicks to Towns. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Right wing. Here's Isaac. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 6. Okogie is guarded by Fournier. Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Jordan. Covington with the steal. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
That's just exceptional quickness in the open floor. Jeff Teague just lighting the defense up in transition.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
Teague finds Gibson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Gibson's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Orlando, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And Greg with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Evan Fournier, number 1.
And he is not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. I mean, he makes the most of the good looks he gets. And if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
You know, that's what it takes if you're going to shoot a high percentage. You have to have the touch, no doubt. But you also need to be intelligent in your shot selection. He's a coach's dream in that department.
Now here's Jordan. 21 points in the game. Shot to stop the run. Pass to Augustine. Fires the 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Covington with the bucket.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Passes it to Vucevic. And stolen by Wiggins. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Puts the move on, and it's good for 2. And now a 7-point Minnesota lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jordan against Covington. A fadeaway. Minnesota with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Here's Teague, and it's sent back by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. Jones comes in for Jeff Teague. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba's checked in for Vucevic, and it's the Cobra in for Augustine. Now a timeout called by Orlando. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture, but that makes so much sense. Here's Jones, following the basket by Evan Fournier. Jones kicks to Covington. From outside, off the mark. The Magic trail by 5. And here's Jordan outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Jordan's got 24.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Outside, Jones. Here's Towns. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter. Magic have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Fournier pass to the Cobra. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Jones, and the basket is good. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Fournier against Wiggins. Outside Fournier. Here's the Cobra. His 3-pointers off the mark. Minnesota leading by 6. Jones in the post. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space, and he gets it to go from the corner. Wiggins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
One of the things you like most about Andrew Wiggins, not a prima donna, takes coaching extremely well.
Outside Fournier. Here's the pass to Bamba. Outside Jordan from deep 3-point range. That shot no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Pass to Covington. The 15-footer. Jump shot is good. Covington's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Jones against Jordan. Will it go? And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. He's been dominant over the last month. First in scoring, first in steals, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. That free throw, no good. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Time to change for the Magic. Gordon's checked in. So he comes up empty at the line. Gorgie Jang, the 21st pick in 2013 out of Louisville. He's more than lived up to that selection.
Well, let's remember, this is a national champion we're talking about. The Louisville Cardinals won it with him anchoring them defensively. He's also shown a nice shooting touch in the mid-range game in the professional leagues. But I think it's his defense that still remains the strength of his game.
Now here's Jones. There's the lob to Towns. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Here is Rose. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Wiggins outside. 4 on the shot clock. There's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 8 rebounds in this game.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Rose. Here's the Cobra. From the top of the key, he buries it. The Cobra's got 14 points. Timberwolves leading by 6. Jones finds Towns. Here is Rose. Towns down low. That one goes in.
Boy, how about the anticipation for Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it. How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Sharge is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into 2 halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, mic and drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
Here's the Cobra. 14 points for him. Gordon up on top. Pass to Ross. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The Cobra. And it's off from three-point range.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
To the inside. Towns with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Passes it to Rose. Back to Wiggins. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his third assist on the night. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Rose. And the pass to Awandu. Over Wiggins. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Jones against Ross. Jones kicks to Towns. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Listen, he's figuring out how to maximize his immense physical gifts, but Andrew Wiggins being aggressive on the drive.
Here's Awandu. The Cobra passes to Awandu. Drills it from outside. Awandu's got 6.
Boy, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Now here's Rose. Not a lot of room. Left side, Towns. Shoots over Bamba. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Here's the Cobra. He's covered by Rose. Here's the Cobra. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for the Cobra. .124 left to play in the third. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That way.
And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. They'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Now here's Gibson. He's got 9. Back to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Fires, high post. It's hauled in by Gordon.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Vucevic finds Ross. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timberwolves leading by 10. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. That's 12 points for Dario Saric.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Augustine kicks to Awandu. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Gordon, defended by Gibson. Fades away. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 14.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Teague against Augustine. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Nine seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Wiggins. And that one goes long. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's a 1-2 in at the small forward position. Now, here's Teague. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the 3. The Magic trail by 10. Augustine with it. He kicks it to Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Vucevic. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
Higgins outside. Back to Gibson. The dish to Wiggins. Back to Gibson. Shoots over Vucevic. No good from Gibson. And the Magic shooting around 40% from the floor here. Augustine against T. In the corner, it's Gordon. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game.
You see, before you could give Aaron Gordon a cushion from deep. At this point, though, he has honed that part of his arsenal.
Now here's Wiggins. And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Back to Augustine. And it's blocked. Wiggins surveying the floor. Teague left side. The 15-footer. Good. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Augustine. Gordon kicks to a 1-2. He feeds it to Vucevic. Over Teague. Vucevic with the bucket.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Okogie, he's guarded by Ross. Outside Teague. To the middle, looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Over Augustine. And again, it's Minnesota.
If Taj Gibson gets around the rack, you understand this guy is going to make an opportunity.
Augustine against Teague. And stolen by Jeff Teague. "13 feet away. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Ross.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And Minnesota has possession. Magic knocking down the tray. Teague, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Teague. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's a 1-2. Kicks to Augustine. Ross dishes to Gordon. Shoots a fader. Here's Augustine. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Okogie, he's guarded by Ross. Back to Saric. Passes it to Teague. Sharch finds Teague, and the shot goes in. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Augustine passes to Ross. And good! Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Teague dishes to Sharch. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Teague against Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. Okogie defended by Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Minnesota making some changes. Corky Dangs checked in for Sharch, and Robert Covington subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. The Magic trail by 6. Now Jordan. And there's the pass to Vucevic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to Gibson. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Augustine kicks to Jordan. Launches it. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low. Here's Covington. Lays it up off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Offline with his 3.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Covington's shot is off. The Magic trail by 6. Right side Fournier. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 5 here tonight. Outside Gibson. Back to Teague. Floats one. It's blocked. And he recovers it. Count it. Teague's got 24. Here are the Magic now. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. Towns, he's checked in for Jang. The Cobra, he's checked in for the Magic. Towns against Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Here's Isaac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Hey, listen, the defense was there. Jonathan Isaac just focused, locked in on the hoop, knows he can score from there, guys.
Now here's Teague. Tight defense on him. Okogie. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic trail by 3. Here's Jordan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Dishes it to Gibson. Six on the shot clock. To the middle. Poked loose. Here's Isaac. And it comes off the front of the rim. From deep, Jordan. To take the lead. Sinks the triple. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Okogie is guarded by Fournier. Pass to Covington. Pocket 6. Will it go? It's hauled in by the Magic. To the right side. Here's the Cobra. Teague covering. And Jordan has it in the corner. Vucevic finds Jordan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now a 4-point Orlando lead.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Outside Teague. He dishes it to Towns. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Outside Jordan. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shoots over Towns. Jordan inside. Defended by Covington.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Timberwolves, Taj Gibson. 2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. Orlando's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Jordan. Minnesota with the rebound. Wiggins left side. A quick look, no good that time. Magic shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
Yeah, easy call.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. It's Jordan on the wing. He doesn't hit that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Right side Teague.
when he's needed most.
Don't you just love to see that confidence when taking these big shots?
Now here's Jordan. Out to the wing. Here's the Cobra. Off target from three-point range.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, you've got to be composed mentally right now at this time of the game. It's really careless play right there.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
The pass to Jordan. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Good!
Big time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
My question is, will they go for the 2 to tie or 3 to win?
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, the Prodigy.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's the Cobra. Left side, Jordan. To win it. Got it! He got it! What a shot!
Wow.
Oh! And he wins it at the buzzer.
Oh, an astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.